Okay, Chris, well, we're here on your boat again, and the other night you and I were fishing, and we used mostly, we had frozen minnows on some jig heads, and you were pulling some leeches.
You betcha.
But I noticed you have a bunch of Berkley Gulp stuff here, so what do you do with this stuff?
Well, with the Gulp, primarily I just came back from a tournament on Lesser Slave Lake, and there's so many fish, they're so aggressive. Gulp is actually a better option than live bait.
Now, why would you say that?
Well, you get so many bites, you go through so many fish, and they're so aggressive.
Right.
And with the Gulp product in the profiles and colors,
Okay.
it really matches the forage well. The way we fished, especially with a spinnerbait, you know, it's an aggressive presentation. So I've got a spinner, some beads on there, clevis, double hook setup.
Okay.
And I'll take one of these big 7-inch saltwater jerk shads.
Wow.
Well, you want to catch big fish, you got to use a bigger bait. And I'll hook them lightly through the nose on the front hook. And then these have a channel through the middle. So if guys are fishing with certain bass hooks or saltwater hooks, they can use that channel. I like it because then it allows me to hook my smaller walleye hooks on there.
Okay.
And that gives me a good bite on the bait, but still enough that I can get the fish because there's a lot of meat on this bait. So basically I'll have a bottom bouncer on there and trolling along nice and slow. That spins in front. And I've got that on there, so it's a big presentation. That's almost 7.5, 8 inches long.
No kidding.
But for a 3-4 pound walleye, they have no problem eating something of that size.
Okay.
Now, if I'm jigging, a couple different options, and my number one favorite, quarter-ounce jig. I'll take a Arkansas Shiner.
And is that a Berkley Gulp product, an Arkansas Shiner?
Yeah, you bet it.
Never even heard of that one.
Yeah, it's just one of their colors. It's kind of dark. It's got a silver or a silverish whitish tinge on the body in the middle.
Okay.
I find these things are absolutely deadly. There's a couple different ways to rig them up, but with the style of jig head I'm using right here, really simple. I'll just come into them, twist it around. Nope, I've got to go a little further back. You want to make sure that when you're using these baits, you rig them so that they're totally flat and they're straight as possible.
And what size jig head do you have on there?
That one's a 1/4 ounce.
Okay, so let's see your bait here. We got a 1/4 ounce jig head, and what was the bait again?
That's a 5-inch Arkansas Shiner jerk shad. And basically I'll pitch these out.
Right.
And just hop them off bottom.
Look at that, that's cool.
And the fish will just smash them.
Okay.